If you're a parent or grandparent, you know summertime means more screen time for most kids. And let's be realistic, getting kids to get off those devices and do math is nearly impossible. But you could throw in some fun, throwback fun. Sarah from Mathnasium in Tampa is here to help us out this morning. So thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me back.
Of course. So yeah, we're going to kind of throw it back a little bit to the 90s.
Absolutely.
Maybe get the, because this way, not only the kids will love it, but the parents will be more enthusiastic about math, right?
Definitely. And you're absolutely right. I feel like nowadays a lot of learning is through screens, even in schools. Yeah. And sometimes kids absorb best when they're doing something hands-on.
Yeah.
So a lot of these activities are something tactile to kind of get them to really be interested in the activity.
Yeah.
So the first one I've got is one that I'm sure everybody will be familiar with.
Yes.
Which is making a little paper fortune teller.
Oh my goodness.
Now you can make these ones be math really easily by having the questions inside be like your addition and subtraction facts.
Oh my gosh, so fun.
And I did mine with like the shapes on the outside, so you could test kids on do they know how many sides each shape has.
Right.
And then you can write fun little like summer fortunes. Like this one says you will try 5 new flavors of ice cream.
I love that. And yeah, you kind of just open and close it. And these are really easy to make. You could probably find how to make that.
Yes, I literally Googled it because I kind of forgot how to do it.
Right.
But it was super easy.
That's a lot of fun. Okay.
Yeah. And the next one I have is pogs. Now, if you want to be very true to the 90s, you should make these out of bottle caps. But if you don't have a ton of bottle caps laying around, I just cut them out of paper plates.
Okay.
And when you play pogs, the way that you're supposed to play it is you throw it, and if you're able to flip one over, you get to keep that one. But here you can add some multiplication facts right, and if they get the multiplication fact right, then they get to keep the pog.
I have to be honest, I don't remember that game.
I will be honest, I don't totally remember it either, but that's okay.
It sounds fun though, and very educational with what you did to it here. Okay,
absolutely.
Love that. Okay,
and
what's
then
next?
This one is Lunchables fractions.
Oh, I love it.
You remember Lunchables?
Well, I do. In fact, they still exist.
They do still exist. So this one is inspired off of the pizza one, which I feel like is the most iconic.
My kids love the pizza one.
Yep.
Okay.
So this one's fun because what you can do is you can have them cut out the different sizes of paper, and they can look to see the comparative sizes of each fraction and how many of each type it takes to make one whole. So for example, in this one, 1/2 plus 1/4 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 is 1 whole.
This is really fantastic because I think fractions, they're so hard for so many kids. They just can't visualize it. They always see the pie, right? But this is even better, I think, because the way you have it kind of like this is the whole thing. Or
yes, and the beauty of this one is that while they're making it, they're understanding how they're getting these fractions because you're folding the paper in half to get one this size, and you're folding it into fourths to get one that size. So they're already making the connection before they even cut out the paper.
And that's what it's all about, making the connections and making it fun.
Real world connections. And then this last one is probably like the most iconic one. I don't know that it's like exclusive to the 90s. Definitely some of my students still do this. But it's making friendship bracelets.
Oh, so fun. I loved these. Yes, definitely. So how could you create math interest with these?
Yeah, so this one is all about identifying patterns. So the one that you're holding is a pretty straightforward pattern, right? Red, white, red, white, red, white. But for maybe a more advanced kid, you could kind of make the pattern more complicated. White, pink, pink, white, blue, blue, something like that. You can challenge them to come up with like really creative patterns, and you'd be surprised. Those kids can be really creative sometimes.
Yeah, and then they get to take it home and wear it.
They get to take it home and wear it. Yes. It's something very special to them. They get to wear it every single day and just kind of remember that activity.
Yes, I love that. Okay, something else that you want to mention. You have something special happening this weekend?
Yes, we do. So Mathnasium of Largo is very honored to be the only 100% free chess club for kids in Tampa Bay. We do it 2 Saturdays per month, and we're actually doing it this Saturday from 1 to 2 p.m. So please feel free to come and join. Players of all levels are welcome. Even if you're a beginner and you don't know how to play, we have a board for you.
That's amazing. Okay, yeah, we're looking at a board now. Why is, chess so important for kids, and it's such a good tool?
For kind of the same reason that these activities are, there is a tactile element to it, but for me, I think truly it's about pattern recognition and getting kids to kind of think visually, which is a skill that honestly I even struggle with, which is why I'm not a very good chess player, but that's okay.
I would be terrible at chess. I could play checkers, which is a whole different thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's really cool that you offer this and it's free.
It's 100% free. There's truly no catch, no incentive. Show up, drop your kid off for an hour, they play chess and have fun.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for coming on. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me again.
And if you want to find the nearest Mathnasium to you or to get more information, just visit mathnasium.com.